and we're ending the season of What if Asia rose instead of Europe. So this is the ending of the season. Now we're in the year 2000. The Cold Wars have actually lasted into the year 2000s as well. Okay. Well, at least around 2008, which that's when the Sunni elections are. Okay. But the Cold War is about to reach its emphasis. So this is gonna be the most tense week ever. So the Sunni Continental Union and Xenia are basically at cutthroat with each other. Okay, they are like, no way. So your ally, North Bisa, sought send an assassin to shoot and kill our leader. Okay, because North Bisa is basically like North Korea. Okay, and Xenia Union refuses to denounce it as well. But also a day later, the president of Osai is assassinated by, and they look at who caused it, and well, it's Soviet equal, but the weapons came from Pentanovan as well. These two countries may have been working together. So that means Osai, however, a neutral country, which is, okay, we're gonna get a neutral country, which is Nairo, says, hey. Let's calm, sit down. No, not now. Let's calm, sit down. Okay? We don't want the world to end. And Nova helps to the one of the oldest countries in the world. And they get a meeting. However, Osai, Soviet equals Xenia Union, and Sunni all go storming off. And tanks are now at the borders from Tavi and Sisa, and also Kanto. And Kanto is also saying, tanks, and Sunni is. Viate has tanks of North Bisa, South Bisa of North Bisa, and the same thing can be said with Tavo and Abadan here with Osai. And these countries, all the W alliance with Soviet equal and its allies as well. Okay. Xenia is like, what's going on? We're part of this the Xenia Union's alliance, but North and South America are not really too involved in this potential conflict as well. But tanks, troops, and stuff are now at the borders of all of these countries here, and before the war starts, Osai and Sunni create a pact together to not declare war on each other, as both countries, they want to see eradication of this communist alliance as well, with the Xenia Union, which is one of the huge superpowers of the world as well. Here, and the first nukes are launched. Okay, we could use right to signify nuclear weapons launching. So Osai preempted, which as of this episode has 25 total nukes as well, and they cleared 5 more before the war started. But Osai launches a preemptive nuclear attack on several Soviet equal areas. Okay, as well. They launched several nuclear bombs on Soviet equal. Okay, meanwhile Sunni sends like 40 nuclear bombs to these countries and start launching nuclear. There's a preemptive strike on the Xenia Union's most valuable military bases, alongside areas near the capital region as well. Okay, this is a very, very bad thing, obviously, and Soviet Union retaliates. They nuke several of the allies, not Edonia, of the W Alliance as well. And they're like, whoa. Meanwhile, Sawai gets several nukes as well. Fusaka and Elp and Nyasti get several nukes thrown towards them. And Osai nukes Gantana. Okay, and Pentanovan. Pentanovan and Gantana gets help nukes sent from Nilda which is also part of the Star Alliance, and they start nuking Osai's cities and military bases as well. Here, meanwhile, the Continental Union starts and North Bisa start and South Bisa start nuking North Bisa to hell. Okay, as they're the main ones to be blamed for this war. However, the Xenia Union decides to strike back. They're one of the strongest nuclear powers, so they nuke several military bases and several population centers of Cisa outside the capital cities as well. They also nuke several parts of the Kanto, and these nuclear bombs are basically not really strong nuclear bombs. They're one of the bombs that destroyed Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They also nuke the Sunni mainland as well, and they also send nukes towards France and nuke New Zealand twice, and also nuke Zhao 3 times as well. Yeah. Okay. South Bisa is also nuked several times with the Boer. Yeah. And the Continental Union has been nuked several times as well, alongside 2 nukes going towards Ray as well. Yeah. Noda is also nuked by, the Continental Union, which Noda strikes back with its own nuclear weapons as well. Yeah. And basically these alliances are going to take each other out. Okay? Moravia gets nuked by Osai twice. Dante gets nuked several times. Veda gets nuked once. Rannon gets nuked. And gets nuked in the capital. Kimodor gets nuked several times in Kionia. Tavo is nuked several times. And Abaddon is nuked several times as well. Okay? Viate, one of the most oldest countries in the world, is nuked several times as well. And all is going lost. Monama and its alliance are happy they're not really a part of this war as well, because this is basically they have nuclear weapons, but they made them to defend Africa from foreign invaders. Basically, basically, Monama basically said, hey, if you invade if any of these imperialist countries invade Africa again, we will point our nukes towards you and we'll warn you to back off from Africa as well, especially following the Yami invasion of Ethiopia and the Horn of Africa as well. But I think that ends up for this season. This alliance is basically destroyed. The first government to collapse is the government of Cisa. Okay, the government collapses after a few nuclear weapons is put towards them as well. The government collapses as well. And it's pretty bad for the Cold War as the Cold War progresses. Okay, the Mako Group sees this as an easy opportunity to invade to finally invade SR Moravia as well. And that means Soviet Equal is also at war with this terrorist group that doesn't seem to quit on moving. The Mako Group starts to invade Moravia as nuclear weapons are basically exhausted many of these countries' resources as well, as more nukes are now hitting Soviet Equal as well, which is again one of the few native European countries that have not been colonized as well. So they are being nuked several times. So Nai got nuked a few more times as well. Osai got nuked a few more times. They can't really do anything about the Mako Group as well here. And the Mako Group starts to extend down towards Brachia, where they send their few troops to prevent them. And they actually start to push them back. As well. And the Soviet Equal nukes the Mako Group as well. However, a stray nuke manages to hit Tamara, which Tamara officially what the fuck is going on here? We got nuked randomly. Okay. As well. And Noda starts continuing to pummel Osai to the ground with nukes as well, as Osai, with the help of Continental Union continues to nuke parts of Soviet equal as well, nuking many of the Baltics, nuking here, nuking Elp, which is a Switzerland country. Fusaka and Niasti is being nuked by the Soviet equal. All of these old countries are being nuked. Zione leaves the alliance before they get nuked. They say, hey, we're not being a part of this conflict, so they leave the alliance as well. North and South America will be mostly left alone with one nuclear power that basically just built like one nuke. They haven't built a second one yet. As well, Papua New Guinea is nuked as well here, and this is an utter collapse of most of these countries. The Xenia Union has been nuked several more times as well, especially on the border. Rufu had a few nukes sent towards them because he can't think about them as well. And the Xenia Union's capital has been nuked several times, alongside with Suni, which has been nuked several times by the Xenia Union as well. Kanto has been nuked by the Xenia Union several times as well. And this is the end of many of these countries. Okay. What will happen afterwards? Many of these countries' governments have collapsed. So I paused the video by accident, but basically what happened, several countries leave the alliance. Moravia annexed two countries basically because they collapsed. And we're going to see even more countries collapse. Elp collapses. One of the oldest countries in Europe has collapsed. Okay. The government no longer exists. So one of the oldest countries in the world has essentially collapsed. A new country now exists here. But Elp, the oldest government in the world, has collapsed. They're going to have to form a new government, obviously, here, after the radiation has been cleared up. Niasti, this entire area collapsed and gained independence. No, they keep this. Zawi, the socialist government collapsed, and they are now finally a normal country again, as well. And Sumera, Benai's government didn't really collapse, as though the capital wasn't really nuked. Dante's government didn't collapse, and Osai's government didn't collapse, as they had nuclear bunkers. So Soviet equals government collapsed, and now they just are now known as equal as well here. Will they keep all this land? We'll wait and see in the next episode, in the next season, if there is one, as well. And the Continental Union's government collapsed as well. Okay. North Pizza collapses. We'll wait to see what happens with them next episode as well. See if they are able to form a new government. And the last government to really collapse is Vance. The government collapsed as well with the strain of the nuclear weapons as well. And Suni is the last real government to really collapse from this nuclear war. And now it's the aftermath. It's 2010. It's now 2030, and now we're in the temperature. The Earth is way colder. And as well, and many countries no longer exist because of the extreme cold. But now we'll see we'll see you next season. See what happens. But it is technically the finale of this series. Okay, W Alliance still exists in some small form as well. The Triangle Alliance still exists in some small form here. But this was a devastating conflict. Okay, the African Alliance still exists as well here. Also, Zhao is no longer part of this alliance anymore as well. And Tavi and Sisa have been destroyed basically by nuclear weapons. Okay, they are no longer. So this alliance is not a real alliance anymore. They also use the alliance because there's really no point and being a part of this alliance here. And yeah, this is the end of this season as well. when the year 2008 and nuclear war happened. Goodbye.